A striking example is the case of 15-year-old Devin Thompson, caught just in time before he could harm anyone at a football event. He had fired a weapon into a crowd. Following his arrest, Thompson faced serious felony charges, including gun possession on school property. This clearly illustrates the heavy legal repercussions of reckless actions. In a separate incident, officers leaped into action after receiving a tip about a student armed with a loaded gun at school. This underlines the urgency needed in addressing threats within educational institutions. The student tried to mask his unease by keeping his hands in his pockets when questioned about a reported weapon. This anxious demeanor raised red flags for the officers. In response to a bullet discovery, the police swiftly initiated a lockdown at the school. This reflects a growing vigilance around school safety concerns. Another student, Nolan, came under scrutiny after being found with a bullet, which he claimed had no malicious intent. Yet, his defensive remarks drew further interest from law enforcement. Amid discussions about school shootings, the student shared his anxiety, admitting to carrying a weapon for a sense of security. This sheds light on rising safety concerns among students. Nolan confessed to having a rifle in his car, claiming it was meant for hunting small game. This raises critical questions about the legality of having firearms near school zones. Law enforcement reiterated the gravity of bringing guns onto school property. This emphasizes the stringent regulations and consequences tied to such actions. Nolan argued he brought the rifle for comfort, citing fears of school shootings. He insisted his intentions were purely defensive. The principal laid down the law, explaining the potential fallout, including a 10-day suspension and possible expulsion. This illustrates the seriousness surrounding these actions. Despite the principal's warnings, Nolan maintained that he believed he was in line with school policy, revealing a troubling misunderstanding regarding firearms rules. Nolan's rationale for bringing a gun stemmed from misinterpreting school policies, emphasizing the urgent need for clearer communication on firearm regulations. School officials stressed the serious implications of having weapons on campus, highlighting the potential chaos and the critical importance of safety. Legal discussions emerged about firearm presence in schools, with police clarifying state laws, which strictly prohibit such actions, contrasting with the students' view of it being just a policy matter. Understanding the difference between school policy and state law is essential for grasping the legal ramifications of carrying weapons on school grounds. This distinction often causes confusion. The debate over gun ownership and crime raises critical societal questions,